See, in differentiation and integration, there are some techniques that always works. Even before you begin differentiation and integration, any question given, you have to check whether you can bring it up, split or expand. It works for both integration and differentiation. When all these things fail, that's when you have some standard techniques to follow. If differentiation, you can use product rule, quotient rule and then chain rule. That's all you have under differentiation. It's very direct. If these three things is not helping you, then you go for this. Sometimes you use this basic technique. After that you will follow through with either one of these. But in integration, when you try to do this same thing, if it fails, then you will go one by one in this order or alternative ways. You can have ln form, integration by part, substitution, partial fraction or trapezium rule. That's the only thing required for A2 integration. So I'm going to review some question with you now. Let's look at this. You check for me the technique. I want to integrate all this type of fraction. I have 1 over x. So what technique suits this best? Can I bring this up? Let me try. If I bring this up, I'm going to get x power negative 1. So if I write, I'm going to write x power negative 1. Can I plus 1 to this? If I plus 1, it will become 0 and there is no way I can divide by the 0. So bring up technique fails. So you know if the power is negative 1, then the correct technique is this ln form. You look at your formula sheet and it says the answer is ln x plus c. Done. Let's write this question here. Can I bring this up? See, always ask this question. Can you bring this up? Can. Why? I'm going to get x power negative 2. Can I add 1 to this? Can. I will get negative 1. So I can happily divide with the negative 1. So my answer for this is going to be x power negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. You simplify this accordingly. You will get negative 1 over x plus c. Okay, let's try this now. This is also a fraction. Will I be able to bring both of them up? If I bring this up, my power will still become negative 1. I bring this as a whole thing, power negative 1. And then if power negative 1, I just told you, you're going to use the ln format. But will ln format work for this? Look at this. It comes in the factor form. Anytime you have a factor like this, then you should know the technique is partial fraction. You have to take this and you have to rearrange like this. A over x minus 1 plus b over x minus 2. You get the a and b, then you integrate. What format is this? The a and b definitely a constant. So after that, the sequel technique for this is definitely ln form. You use ln form here and ln form here. Okay, let's try another one here. Also a fraction. Will you bring this up? Can you bring this up? Power negative 1, right? So it's definitely not ln form. Nothing helps. Can I split? I cannot split because it is a plus here. You can only split if it is a multiplication or division. If it is a plus minus, you cannot split. So nothing helps me. I can't bring up, I can't split, I can't expand. And the ln form won't help me as well. Because when I differentiate the bottom, my answer is 1. I don't even have the x. Ln form fails. Can I do integration by part? Think first. Before you even move on to this, if ln form is not working, then the next one is usually partial fraction. Power same. So definitely you can rewrite this in this format. A plus b over x plus 1. Partial fraction. Integrating a constant, it's easy for you. This one you will use ln form. Okay, let's move on. Now I have x minus 2 over x. Single term at the bottom. Will you bring up or will you split? So the most appropriate idea is to split. So when you split, you get it in an easy way. Minus 2 over x. This is direct integration. This one you just use the ln form. So the answer for this one is going to be 2 times ln x. Very direct. Let's look into another fraction question here. I have ln x and x. If you have two complex, see, look at this. All these are algebra, 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 algebra. But this is not like that. You have a logarithm and also an algebra. Most of the time, if you have this format, you have to use integration by part. Integration by part. So how you're going to simplify? By bringing this up, x power negative 1 and then ln x. If integration by part, you use the concept of late to select your u, which one to be differentiated. So which one will you differentiate here? U. So the u needs to be differentiated. This